Private, this is Salvation I present to you for Lot 4. I need to find Codsworth because I've decided to take him with me now. I'm going to get a lot of love from Preston later on anyway. And I think Codsworth is the more difficult one to please, so I'm taking him to the city, if I can find him. Here. There are a few characters who hang around the houses, and this house in particular.
Hey, Codsworth.
Shall I accompany you, Mum?
Yes, of course.
As you wish, Mum.
Yes. No dialogue between those two, or is that because Preston is too far away? Now, finding Diamond City is a task in and of itself. Let me... Yeah, let's go.
A fine decision, Mum. Or General, if I may. The Minutemen seem to be quite the upstanding group.
Yes, I like them too. You are going to like my decisions anyway, aren't you? Now let's go to, yeah, places. The Diamond City isn't that easy to reach. The thing is, the first time I played the game, I tried to take a certain course, and it was the dumbest course I could have taken if I tried. And it's, yeah. It's, yeah, no, I don't even want to go into that in detail. The thing is, I'm going to check them up a lot on this, but I'm going to start out... Where do I start out? Actually, I'm going to start out here. At the Corvega assembly plant, because if I try and go through here, I'm going to die. And I have to take this route here, I suppose. Because there are just too many obstacles in the way. There are these super mutants that are everywhere in Boston, and they are just not something I can fight at this point. And the place where from the western side, from the north and the west, would be a lot more difficult to reach. Where am I? Okay. There is an excellent chance that there are still enemies about. Like here. And I don't want to fight them. Let's find a different road. Or let's find a road. That would be a start. That looks like one over there. What's that up there? Even that's the settlement, isn't it? Yeah, let's keep going that way and around this place here. I can also hug the river. This is what I did the last time. I think I went south and hugged the river. Yes, let's do that.
Automated message repeating. This is Scribe Halen of Reconnaissance Squad Gladius to any unit in transmission range. Authorization ARCS, Ferrum 9-5. Our unit has sustained casualties, and we're running low on supplies. We're requesting support or evac from our position at Cambridge Police Station. Automated message repeating.
Not yet.
This is Scribe Halen of Reconnaissance Squad Gladius to any unit in...
Okay, yes, these people, Scribe Halen is someone I actually like. These people that we just heard, they, I didn't realize I could make contact with them before a certain event where you see them, actually. I thought this was not an option. Where am I going? Or why am I going at night? This is the right way, this is alright. Then turn left at the river and keep to it. This is how I went the last time. Okay, a mine. The most likely thing to encounter are mole rats, and I'll equip this thing. And you can actually, if you're not in building mode, you can... Fuck! Disarm mines if you're not that slow. Oh, wow. Yes, this was... I did that on purpose in order to demonstrate how fucking dangerous mines are. Yes. This is exactly what I did. The mine is gone, isn't it? This is something that I've noticed the game does. When you destroy something, or when you cause something to happen and reload the previous save game, this has still happened. This has happened to me with the death. Okay, I take that back. This has happened to me, I was going to say, with the death claw in Concord. So, better. And now the last time I tried to get to Diamond City, I tried to go through here, which is a royally stupid idea. Because this place up here, there's a brewery and other stuff, and there are super mutants around here. And you really don't want to face them at this point in time. Let me save, make a hard save anyway, because I may remember this wrongly, but I believe that I kept hugging the river, walking over the bridge at the eastern side of it. And I think that every attempt I did on getting into Diamond City from the western side was doomed to fail. I also got into a rat storm, I ran into feral ghouls and other stuff that I don't even know where they are. I also ran into a synth that was being held by two people, and that was my first encounter with a synth. What the fuck?
Hey.
Something you need, Mom?
Actually, I wanted to talk to the bot, but I can't. Yes, I ran into ferals, I ran into various other problems. And at the end of the day, I then decided to take this route anyway, and that was when I finally managed to get into the bloody city, even though I think I had to swim. But I swam and crawled out of the water and crawled up and on into the city, and that was that, and I think this was the way I went. I'm pretty damn sure it was the way I went. Or maybe not. Didn't I come from the very... No, that is very near Old North Church up here in Bunker Hill. I didn't come from there, I came from here, I think. I don't know. Oh my god. I haven't the faintest idea how I went into Diamond City the first time round. All I know is that it's tough to reach for someone who hasn't done anything yet. Maybe this is the path that I took where I always died. It looks awfully familiar. Anyway, these people, this military frequency that I just overheard, I could try and make a break for it. But I don't think that would be wise. There is a lot of shooting going on here. There is an arrow pointing to Diamond City. These might actually be guards. Let's make a break for it. Yes, you have a situation. I don't want it. It's your situation, not mine. You said it. You have a situation. I don't want to have a situation right now. I want to have a city. Keep going. Put that away. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Okay.
You can't open the gate. Stop playing around, Danny. I'm standing out in the open here for crying out loud.
I got orders not to let you in, Miss Piper. I'm sorry. I'm just doing my job.
Ooh, just doing your job. Protecting Diamond City means keeping me out, is that it? Oh, look, it's the scary reporter.
I'm sorry, but Mayor McDonough's really steamed, Piper. Saying that article you wrote was all lies. The whole city's in a tizzy.
Ugh. You open this gate right now, Danny Sullivan. I live here. You can't just lock me out. Damn it, Danny. Open up! You. You want into Diamond City, right?
What? Who are you?
Shh. Play along. What's that? You said you're a trader up from Quincy? You have enough supplies to keep the general store stocked for a whole month? You hear that, Danny? You gonna open the gate and let us in, or are you gonna be the one talking to crazy Myrna about losing out on all the supply?
Jeez, all right. No need to make it personal, Piper. Give me a minute.
Alright. We
Better head
managed
inside
that.
quick before old Danny catches on to the bluff.
That's one of the most...
This place, Diamond City.
Yes.
What is it?
Oh, the Green Jewel? She's a sight. Everyone who's anyone in the Commonwealth is from here, settled here, got kicked out of here. A big wall, some power, working plumbing, schools, and some security goons are what make Diamond City the big monster it is. Oh, love it or hate it. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Let's go.
Piper, who let you back inside? I told Sullivan to keep that gate shut. You devious, rabble-rousing slanderer. The level of dishonesty in that paper of yours. I'll have that printer scrapped for parts.
Ooh, that a statement, Mr. McDonough? Tyrant mayor shuts down the press. Why don't we ask the newcomer? You support the news? Because the mayor's threatened to throw free speech in the dumpster.
What newspaper are you talking about?
Mine. Public occurrences. And we're the hard look at the truth. So are you with us or not?
I haven't any idea, do I now?
Always believed in freedom of the press.
Rightly so. A true medium for the people.
Oh, I didn't mean to bring you into this argument, miss. No. You look like Diamond City material. Welcome to the great green jewel of the Commonwealth. Safe, happy, a fine place to come. Spend your money. Settle down. Don't let this muckraker here tell you otherwise, all right?
What are you two arguing about anyway?
What do you think? Print lies and everybody's happy. But if you print the truth...
Now, was there anything particular you came to our city for?
What is this place anyway?
Why, this is the safest place in all the Commonwealth, with the strongest community and highest standards of living available. We have stores, doctors, schools, power, running water, and the wall as our sacred protector. You'll learn more about the wall soon, I'm sure. But I was talking about you. Come on now, what brought you all the way out here?
I'm trying to find someone.
Trying to find someone? Who?
My baby boy, Sean. He's less than a year old.
Wait, your son's missing? You hear that, McDonough? Is Diamond City Security just gonna stand by while a mother searches for her infant son all on her own?
No, don't listen to her. Well, I'm afraid that our security team can't follow every case that comes through. I'm confident that you can find help here. Diamond City has every conceivable service known to man. One of our great citizens can surely find the time to help you.
A mayor of a great city must know everyone. Who can help me?
Well, there is one private citizen. Nick Valentine, a detective of sorts who specializes in tracking people down, usually for debts or whatnot. Now I have to get going. I'm sorry, Diamond City Security doesn't have time to help, but I'm sure Mr. Valentine charges a reasonable fee.
This is ridiculous. Diamond City Security can't spare one officer to help. I want the truth, McDonough. What's the real reason security never investigates any
I've had
kidnappings?
enough of this, Piper. From now on, consider you and that little sister of yours on notice.
Yeah, keep talking, McDonough. That's all you're good for. I'm impressed. Not everyone can claw information out of McDonough's tight-fisted hands. Why don't you stop by my office after you see Valentine? I think I just found my next story.
Alright, find Valentine. Hi. What? Danny Sullivan, hi. Isn't there supposed to be someone else? Yes, you! You, I mean! You here! Look at that guy standing here, a security guy no less. Keep that, that face and the glasses and that shady appearance and some of the things he'll say to us well in mind. Trinity Tower radio signal.
Help, or Mayday, or whatever it is one says on a radio. My name is Rex Goodman. I'm being held prisoner on the top of Trinity Tower. I think the super mutants plan on eating me soon. I'm setting this to repeat. Oh, shit! Gotta sign off. One of the super mutants is coming! Help, or Mayday, or whatever it is one says on a radio. My name
Okay.
is...
Yes. And I wanted to say, yes, this guy here, fellow. Let's talk to him.
Hey. What's up?
Chain smoker much?
What a day, huh? Welcome to the, Great Green Jewel. You'll totally love it here.
Hi.
Don't you have, like, important things to do? Nothing more to say. Nothing more to say.
Keep that in mind. The things that he's just said to us, all of them, or many of them, we will meet again. Elsewhere. What the fuck? Never mind. This fellow, up until a certain point, will find this guy in various places, and I know of at least two. I know two specifically. The others I'm not sure about.
So, this is the famous Diamond City. I suppose I hope to find more of a gem than a dusty...
Piper, you're back!
Sorry, Codsworth. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
Hey, kiddo. How are the paper sales?
Well, the presses are getting overloaded. That motor is going to go soon if we don't replace it.
You've been saying that for weeks and the old girl still keeps cranking. Stop worrying so much. I gotta head into the office. You start whistling if you see any angry politicians coming our way.
Why? Is something wrong? Piper? Read all about it. Institute replaces people with machines. Are you next?
What do our quests say? Go to Valentine's Detective Agency. Do I want to do that right now? No, let me first do this. Where is the woman? Piper? Ah, here.
Glad you dropped by. You holding up, Blue? Why are you calling me that?
'Cause of the blue jumpsuit you're wearing? You're a vault dweller. So here's the deal. I want an interview. Your life story in print. I think it's time Diamond City had a little outside perspective on the Commonwealth. You do that, and I'll tell you what. I'll come with you. Watch your back while you get used to the world above ground.
What kind of interview is this gonna be?
I ask you who you are, get your opinion on life out there, and maybe load up a few tough questions and keep it interesting. What do you say?
All right, Piper. I'm in.
Good. Let's get down to business. So, I know you're from a vault. How would you describe your time on the inside?
My family and I were frozen. I didn't spend much time in the vault.
Wait, they boxed you up in a fridge? The whole time? Are you saying you were alive before the war?
Yes. I'm over 200 years old.
Oh my god. The woman out of time. So, you've seen the Commonwealth, Diamond City. How does it compare to your old life?
Honestly, seeing everyone surviving out here, rebuilding the world, it gives me hope.
That's surprisingly inspired, Blue. We're definitely quoting that. Now, I already know you're looking for your son, Sean. Do you suspect the Institute was involved in his kidnapping?
The Institute?
Spirit.
Who are they?
That, Blue, is the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth. No one really knows who or where they are, but their handiwork is all over. Synths. Synthetic people. Sent from their hidden labs to do the Institute's dirty work. Sometimes they even replace a person with a synth double. A little covert agent no one would ever suspect. Now, not everything that goes wrong has the Institute behind it, but there's always a chance. That's why I'm asking.
They make synthetic people?
That's right. There are two major kinds you have to watch out for. The first is an obvious fake. Skin looks like plastic, skeleton might even be showing. You see groups of them scouring the Commonwealth, killing people and scavenging what's left. I reported on University Point a while back. Whole town got cleaned out. The second type of synth is the real deal. With skin, blood, warm smiles and guilty glances, just like a good old-fashioned human. So, do you think they could be involved? The Institute, or one of their agents?
Sure sounds like they might be.
Not even a baby is safe from them. And people wonder why I can't just look the other way. For the last part of our interview, I'd like to do something different. I want you to make a statement to Diamond City directly. The threat of kidnapping is all but ignored in the Commonwealth. Everyone wants to pretend it just doesn't happen. What would you say to someone out there who's lost a loved one but might be too scared or too numb to the world to look for them?
Wait, people just ignore kidnappings out here?
Yeah, Blue, you haven't noticed? You grow up in the Commonwealth and eventually someone is gonna get taken. Maybe not someone you know, but someone. And people just say, well, could have been worse. Could have been killed by raider attacks, or super mutants, or feral ghouls. They just give up. So I want my readers to hear what keeps you going. Maybe they'll find a little inspiration. Now, what would you like to say?
No matter how much you want to give up, don't. You have to have hope that you'll see them again, or at least that you'll know the truth.
A strong note to end on, Blue. Thanks. That's everything. It's gonna take some time to put this all together, but I think your story is gonna give Diamond City plenty to talk about. Anyway, I agreed to come with you, right? Watch your back. Just say the word when you're ready. I can't wait to see where the story goes next.
I can now take things from your place without stealing.
What's that for?
Previously, if I'd taken things, it would have been theft, and theft would not have been.
Nat,
You need this paper. Everything on the Institute, the public needs to know.
thanks. I guess.
I'm serious. The Institute takes people. You should read up if you're sticking around.
I believe you. Thanks.
You're a real lost lamb in the wolf's den, lady.
Let's read this. Inventory. The Synthetic Truth. October 2287. The Synthetic Truth by Piper Wright. Noodles. We all eat them. We all love them. And Diamond City's Power Noodles has supplied its sustenance for the past 15 years. From the stilted mechanical cadence of Takahashi's programmed Japanese to the fragrant steam that wafts from each bowl to the scalding tang of each delicious mouthful. The ordering and eating of noodles is but one of many shared human experiences. Or is it? I was struck by this very question as I sat at the counter of Power Noodles last Wednesday night, just after 5 p.m., enjoying a dinner I had so many times before. That's when I noticed our very own Mayor don't know how I would say it, sidled up to a stool and engaged in the very same ritual. Right hand extending, mouth opening, teeth chewing. Yes, eating noodles. The shared experience of almost every Diamond City resident. So it must have also seemed to the residents of Diamond City nearly 60 years ago, on an uncharacteristically warm May evening in 2229, as they sat around this very same counter. But that was before the days of Takahashi and his noodles, when the bar served not noodles but ice-cold Nuka-Colas, frothy beers and stiff shots of whiskey. The barman's name was Henry, and that night he facilitated the shared human experiences of drinking, smoking, talking and laughing. That is, until tragedy struck. There aren't many among us who are even old enough to remember that evening, although some of the city's ghoul residents certainly could have had they not been forcibly removed thanks to Mayor MacDonough's anti-ghoul decree of 2282. But there is one person among us who does remember distinctly the events of that evening. There's actually a second. Respected matriarch Eustace Hawthorne, who recounted her story in a public occurrences exclusive interview. Oh, I was there all right, sitting right at the bar, sure as you're sitting in front of me now, 22 years old or so and just looking to have a good time. I was safe behind the wall. We all were, so what was the harm? And let me tell you that Mr. Carter made it easy. He came into town earlier that day, said he was from out west somewhere. It didn't really matter. What did matter was his smile and his laugh and the way he made everyone feel at ease. That night at the bar, we all just sort of crowded around him. Everyone wanted to exchange a word or hear about the state of the Commonwealth. And Mr. Carter, he was all too happy to oblige. It was just so wonderful, until it wasn't. Eustace continued her account of that evening at the moment when things turned sinister and the truth about Mr. Carter was revealed. We'd been drinking and carrying on, must have been 3 hours. Mr. Carter had 4 or 5 drinks in that time. He seemed a bit drunk, I guess, like the rest of us. Then something just sort of happened. He was smiling, but the smile sort of went from his face all in an instant. And then his cheeks started twitching, kind of funny. I remember watching him, clear as if it happened just yesterday. He reached inside his coat, took out a revolver, and then blam! He shot Henry, the barman, right in the head. Didn't hesitate, didn't show any emotion. Mr. Carter killed Henry as casually as if you were paying him for a drink, but his cheek never did stop twitching. Let me tell you, all hell broke loose after that. What Eustace is describing is, of course, the infamous event known as the Broken Mask, when the people of the Commonwealth learned for the first time that the Institute, the shadowy scientific organization responsible for the creation of combat androids, had actually succeeded in creating a model so advanced it could effortlessly infiltrate human society. Unbeknownst to the people of Diamond City, the Institute had somehow evolved their androids into true synthetic humans, synths. After he shot Henry, that Mr. Carter shot 3 or 4 other people too. Like I said, all hell broke loose. The guards came running. They opened fire, and Mr. Carter kept shooting and throwing people around left and right. Finally, those guards put him down. Seemed like they had killed a man who had flipped his lid, gone crazy, and he lay there like a dead crazy man, sure enough. God, it was horrible. But then we saw the plastic and the metal. This was one of them early synths, you see, and we realized it wasn't a man at all. It was then we all knew. The Institute wasn't just out there. The Institute was everywhere now, among us. It was never determined precisely why the synth known as Mr. Carter went on his killing spree. Some suggested he had somehow been remotely controlled by the Institute who wanted to test his combat effectiveness. Still others felt he had simply malfunctioned, a hypothesis supported by the twitching cheek. It was never meant to kill anyone, but at that time the why hardly seemed important. What mattered was that the humans of the Commonwealth had been truly infiltrated by an organization whose intentions and motives were, and still are, a complete mystery, using a model of synth even less advanced than the ones the Institute has in service today. Which brings us to noodles. Specifically, the noodles consumed by Mayor McDonough last Wednesday night in the same spot that Mr. Carter the synth went haywire and mercilessly killed several people. After spending hours sharing an experience that the people of Diamond City assumed was reserved for members of the human race. They were wrong. Are we? Move, please. Oh, dirty water. Dirty water is a good thing to have because you can cook it.
Most folks are just looking for a hand. Oh, we
Ain't got nothing better to do.
No. Desk fans have gears in them, which is why I'm picking them up. Bobby pin box. Never can have enough of those. A stim pack, another stim pack. Purified water. Looks like the pre-war money is just cloth. Let me save and look at the terminal, and then that's that. Article The Synthetic Truths. Yes, this is the same one we just read. Reader complaints file. Reader complaint on the wall. Date 2/15. In your most recent edition, your paper failed to acknowledge in any way the contribution of the mighty wall in the defense of our town against last month's super mutants attacks. I find this extremely offensive and will not be purchasing another copy until such disrespect is publicly corrected. Published response: we honor the efforts of all those involved in the defense of our great city, from our valiant guards to the mighty wall. Personal response: dear Whackjob, 2 members of Diamond City Security died defending this town. Ah, wait, there was another storyline. Where was your hunk of plywood for them? Reader complaint, happy story, date 4/14. I find choice of topics sad. How about for happy story? Maybe something about nice bar? Published response: thank you for your feedback. Our stories are selected for relevance and importance to the Diamond City populace. Personal response: Vadim, no story about your bar is going to end happily. Reader what? Complaint. For shame. Date 10/01. Your paper is just trying to drum up fears about synths to increase sales. You should be ashamed of yourself. Published response: thank you for your concern. Our paper makes significant efforts to ensure all our stories are accurate and free from editorializing. Personal response: thank you for your concern. I hope you get snatched. Public Perspectives Archive. Per Amos. What? What even? Per Amores or something. Dear public, I am torn between 2 loves. On Per Amores, now I have it. On one hand, I have my profession. Every moment I spend with the young and up-and-comers for whom my work brings such joy. On the other hand, I have my co-worker, wise, patient, debonair. Many suggest that I am not lively enough for him, but I can picture life with no other. I long to confess my feelings for him, but my life is my work. Trying to add a relationship, it would simply shortchange everyone. I must choose public, but who? Per Amores. Dear Per, love is rare. Too doubly so. Make it work, Per. You work in the same building, for shucks' sake. Teen troubles. Dear public, me and my little girl have been on our own for a long time now. She's the most important thing in my life, but lately it seems like she's not as interested in hanging out with her papa. I understand she's got to grow up someday, but I'm not ready to let her go. What do I do to make sure I don't lose my little girl? Teen troubles. Dear Troubles, your girl's becoming your own person. Let her make decisions. Screw up. Maybe throw some extra caps her way so she can take her friends out for noodles more often. Then, when she's ready, she'll come to you. Desperatins in Diamond City. Dear public, I've been living in Diamond City for years now, but have never been able to land a girlfriend. I wear nice clothes and give them free drinks, but they just seem to think I'm some sort of creep. My boss says I've got a face only a mother could love, and I think he's right. I feel like I'm out of options, public. Should I take the plunge and change my face? Desperate in Diamond City. Dear Desperate, ever tried talking to these girls? You should give it a go. No more trying to buy your way to affection. You need to earn it. Dear Public, I got this job. It pays the bills, but lately it's making it so I can't sleep at night. Things have been so tense. I'm getting worried that if something doesn't change, I might slip up and get myself or someone else hurt. Any advice, Public? Sleepwalking the Beat. Dear Beat, sounds like you need to relax more. I know after a hard day of solving other people's problems, I like to grab a new Coca-Cola, pull out a stack of comics, and read till I pass out. Give it a try. Dear Public, I could use a friend. Everyone in this town is either jealous of me or afraid of me because of how I look and how I work, who I work for. I'm not willing to compromise who I am just so people will like me more, but it just gets so lonely. But you seem like a smart gal, Public. Any chance you want to grab a drink sometime? Alone in the upper stands. Dear Alone, going to have to take a rain check for that drink, but your instincts are good. New friends crop up in the most unlikely places. You just need to search them out. This was Salvation and read in, what do you call it? Thingy! There are 2 doors. What is a life preserver for? A life preserver! Oh my god. I don't know what that was. That was a complete whack job of my brain right now. Of course I know what a life preserver is. I can't take more of these? Why would I?
Nothing stays hidden forever.
Yes, anyway, and this was Salvation and read in Fallout 4. Wo weiter?